What is up, you guys? It is Thursday. It's March 6th, 2025. It is Friday Eve. We're almost there, people. So I got a little bit of news for you. Let's get into it. House Speaker Mike Johnson is encouraging Republican lawmakers to skip town halls that have been filled with protesters decrying Trump's slash of federal government, echoing the president's claims that the demonstrations are fueled by professional protesters. So he thinks, or he doesn't think, he knows it's not true, but that these are paid actors, essentially. The Speaker's advice Tuesday comes as GOP lawmakers often find themselves at a loss to explain the cuts that have been led by Elon Musk that are leaving federal workers suddenly out of jobs in communities from coast to coast. We've seen this movie before, Johnson said at a news conference. They're professional protesters, Johnson added. So why would we give them a forum to do that right now? Johnson was repeating President Donald Trump's claim posted on social media on Monday that paid troublemakers are filing the GOP town halls, to which the House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries responded, "We don't need paid protesters. The American people are with us." The Republicans are finding themselves in an unusual spot, defending the deep budget cuts that they've campaigned on for years, but have been rarely able to accomplish because the reductions cut into federal programs and services that Americans in their districts rely on. Medicaid, Social Security, Medicare, CHIP, SNAP, all of it. VA services. Trump and Musk's Doge have fired tens of thousands of federal workers as they tear through the federal government in search of what they call waste, fraud, and abuse. It is spiraling at a pace that the Republicans in Congress could only imagine when the party swept control of the White House and Senate. Republicans are feeling the heat back home. Republican Senator Roger Marshall of Kansas was confronted over the week by spirited residents questioning about the firings of veterans from the federal workforce. These scenes at these town halls are very reminiscent of past administrations. So Obama-era healthcare battles when the Tea Party Republicans fought against the Affordable Care Act, the George W. Bush era when Democrats and others protested about his proposed change to Social Security. But more immediately, the town hall outbursts resemble the Trump-era protests of 2017 and 2018 when Republicans tried and failed to repeal Obamacare, and then approved sweeping GOP tax cuts, and Democrats campaigned against them, sweeping the midterm elections and reclaiming control of the U.S. House. The Speaker, protecting his thin-as-ever majority, advised his lawmakers to choose other forums, going for smaller community gatherings, phone, video town halls, that kind of thing, to discuss the issues with voters. Representative Greg Kasar from Texas, Democrat, and the chair of the Congressional Progressive Caucus said, "I think many House Republicans have to make a choice about whether they want to fulfill their job title as representative, where they can have a town hall and actually speak honestly to their constituents, or whether or not they want to change their job title to Elon Musk employee." As Trump and Musk bulldoze through the federal government, Republican leaders are looking to cut even further, enshrining the reductions and other changes to Medicaid, food stamps, and other programs into law as part of the budget process. They are hoping to reach $2 trillion to help finance some $4.5 trillion tax breaks. Outside groups, including Indivisible, which led powerful demonstrations during the first Trump term, are organizing in communities nationwide as voters opposed to the president's agenda seek ways to show their discontent. Asked in recent days what they have to say to fired federal workers, the GOP lawmakers have not always had a ready response. Marshall told the Associated Press that he's been telling people, no pain, no gain. It's smart to do. Marshall, the senator from Kansas, said voters understand that the U.S. government is running a nearly $2 trillion deficit, piling on to the debt load, and that changes need to be made. He said, I think a lot of people will understand that there's going to be some short-term pain for the opportunity for long-term gain. I think people overall very happy to see cuts in the federal spending. Republican Senator Cynthia Loomis of Wyoming said that she's supportive of Musk and his team, but she still feels sorry for those people who are losing their jobs. Her message to those fired federal workers was to think about the other Americans who are also struggling to get by. That's her strategy. Misery loves company. That's her strategy. You've got to think about the people who are paying for all of this government, she said. We have too much government. Senator Rick Scott, the disgraced senator from Florida, who scammed billions of dollars in Medicaid, said that's what President Trump got elected to do. Asked about his message to those who've been fired and out of work, Scott said that I'll do everything I can to be helpful to them. I bet he will. Representative Steve Womack of Arkansas said that he supports Doge as a concept, but he said, I think you got to be careful as to how you do it. His advice to federal workers, just be patient. Senator Ted Cruz of Texas, he's the notorious senator who left the state of Texas to go to Cancun on vacation while people were dying of not having electricity or any utilities. He's special. Said while government funding remains important in particular areas for cancer research and the National Institutes of Health, he said, I think Elon Musk's leadership in Doge has been terrific. It has been refreshing. It's been desperately needed, and I'm cheering him on each and every day. I want you to remember those names. Remember them. Start a list. I'll start a list for you so we can always have that reminder that we will not vote these people in ever again. Right? You don't fight for us, we don't vote you in. No taxation without representation. Anyway, that's a wrap to that news. Repost, copy, save, comment, tap the screen, follow me. Make sure that you click on that bell to get notified every time that I go live or I post a new video. And go up to the link in my bio. It's my YouTube link. You click on there, you subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's completely free, and you will help me get to 1,000 subscribers. And I'm also trying to get to 10K here on TikTok. I'll see you guys later. Peace.